Hello and welcome to the University of North Texas Metalsmithing and Jewelry Program video series. In this short video, we'll show you how to correctly file, sand, and polish metal. In the previous video, we demonstrated sawing out this piece. After sawing, the next step is refining the edges by filing. The amount of filing needed depends on how accurately the design was sawn out. Files come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. This illustration shows the names of the most common types. Select the appropriate file for the size and shape of your piece. Every file has angled teeth and are numbered by size, just like saw blades. Be sure your file is clean. If your file has metal lodged in it, it can unevenly file your piece. Use a file brush to remove any metal remaining from previous use. If any metal is stubbornly pinned in the file, you can use a scrap piece of brass to push it out. When filing, always have your piece securely held, either on your bench pin or in a ring clamp. Because of the angled teeth, always push the file away from you. At the end of each stroke, lift the file, return to the starting position, and push again. Do not drag the file back and forth. That only damages the file. To refine your design, use a smaller, finer-toothed needle file. If the edge of metal needs to be rounded for safety or comfort, use the file to consistently radius the edge. Good craftsmanship requires a well-controlled finish to all surfaces, even the sides. Polishing is simply the incremental process of removing bigger scratches in the metal until the surface appears smooth. Sanding and polishing tools come in a wide range of grits to accomplish that. Numbered sandpaper refers to the size of grit and amount per square inch. Larger numbers equal finer grit. As you move through finer and finer grits of sandpaper, sanding at a slightly different direction can help show when you have completely removed the deeper scratches from the previous grit. Using sanding sticks can help refine edges or hard-to-reach areas. These sticks are color-coded based on their grit, or you can easily make your own. If the piece is to be polished after sanding, it should be sanded to at least 400 grit. Polishing can be intimidating, both because of all the different tools and compounds available, but also because it is a very difficult skill that takes extensive practice to do well. Polishing is typically done either with a larger polishing machine or a flex shaft machine with smaller handheld tools. As with sanding, polishing is done by progressing from coarser to finer. With any rotary equipment, be sure that you are wearing eye protection, have any long hair tied back, and are not wearing any dangling clothing or jewelry. If using polishing compounds, start with bobbing compound, typically the most abrasive compound. Choose the appropriate buff for your piece. Felt buffs are used for maintaining crisp edges. Stitch buffs are good for general use. Be sure to always use the corresponding buffs to the corresponding compounds. Don't ever mix them up. Allow the machine to come up to speed and lightly charge the buff with compound. Always contact the buff in the front lower quadrant with your work facing down. Never point your piece into the buff, and never, ever try to polish a chain. After charging the buff, lightly push your piece into the buff, gently removing the previous scratches from sanding. Keep in mind the metal can heat up from the friction, so be careful and cool the piece as needed. Depending on the final finish desired, repeat this process using white diamond, a finer abrasive compound, and then, if desired, a colored rouge corresponding with the metal being polished. Rouge burnishes or smooths the surface as opposed to removing any metal. And that completes our basic introduction to filing, sanding, and polishing metal. We hope this makes your experiences safe and productive.